today. I'm sorry, frankly, that we have to be together, but it makes me feel good to see such like-minded people ready to declare that we won't go back.
That's right.
This is a state right now, frankly, unfortunately, where guns have more rights than women.
Yep.
And we have a choice this November. Abortion is on the ballot this November. Now, I'm proud to be here. I'm proud to be the Democratic nominee for governor with my dear friend Cheryl Stevens. And it is true, it is a historic ticket. It is a historic ticket. Never before have we had a governor and lieutenant governor, both women, running for office in this state. But folks, it's time. It's time. Now, I was proud to be the mayor of Dayton, loved being the mayor. And I like the fact that mayors have the opportunity to be the visionary about the future of their communities, but at the same time, they're able to get stuff done. And if you don't plow the snow or fix the potholes, they'll kick you out, right? You got to do both at the same time. And I love working with local leaders like Cheryl, like Blaine, like Chris, to get great things done for our community. And I saw over and over again in the State House and with Governor DeWine that they were not paying attention to the issues of our community. They were interested in extreme politics and keeping power for themselves. And I witnessed this personally on August 4th, 2019, when a senseless man with a deranged sense got an assault-like weapon and killed 9 people and injured 27 more in the course of 32 seconds in my city. The next day, we held a vigil where we had lost 9 of our neighbors just hours earlier. And Mike DeWine came to that vigil to speak. And when he got up, thousands of Daytonians were there. They began to shout in frustration, "Do something. Do something." The next day, Mike DeWine called me, and he said he intended to do something around gun safety. Never in my worst nightmare did I think what he would do something to make it worse. He passed and signed Stand Your Ground, which makes our communities less safe, especially African Americans in our community. He passed and signed Permitless Concealed Carry, which increases officer-involved shootings and law enforcement is even against. And he passed and signed arming teachers, cafeteria workers, and bus drivers. Even, again, teachers, cafeteria workers, and bus drivers and law enforcement were against. Mike DeWine is not interested in community safety. He's interested in extremists and uses it as a talking point rather than real action. Now, the hard part about gun safety is I don't even think he believes it. He kowtows to the extremists in his party. But let me tell you something. When it comes to abortion access, he has been fighting his entire career to this day. And we saw it on June 24th when Roe fell. Within 7 hours, the 6-week abortion ban became law in Ohio. And we have seen the repercussions quickly since. A 10-year-old raped in Columbus, having to get services in Indiana. When asked, Mike DeWine and Dave Yost acted like the child did not exist.
Yeah.
And folks, it's going to get worse. They have not gone as far as they wanted, and I quote Mike DeWine. He said he wants to go as far as possible on this issue. Right now in the State House is a bill that will ban IUDs, will ban in vitro fertilization, will ban abortion at conception, making women second-class citizens in this state. And let me be further, while we're losing this right, do you think women 20 to 40 years old are going to want to be in Ohio? Do you think OBGYNs are going to choose to come to this state to serve patients? We deserve better. We deserve better than Mike DeWine's Ohio. So here's what Cheryl and I are going to do. We're going to win on November 8th because of your support. We're going to show this state that this is a pro-choice state. It is a pro-choice state. Do not not think you are alone. 61% of Ohioans believe in Roe v. Wade. 61%. So we win and we put new leadership, 2 strong women, former mayors, into the governor and lieutenant governor seat. And the very next day, we go to put Roe v. Wade on the ballot to protect the constitutional right for a women's right to choose. Do not think you are in the minority on these issues. Ohioans want safer communities. Ones where they don't have to worry about going when they go to the grocery store or the movie theater or to the parade or to the picnic, whether their children are going to make it home. Ohioans want and demand universal background checks. Ohioans want women to have the choices over their body and make these difficult decisions with their families. Right. Period. We must organize for November 8th. Abortion is on the ballot. Now look, I've been working on campaigns and lots of us have run for years. And every election is the most important election, right? If you are a woman, there is no more important election in Ohio than November 8th. No more. So we need you not only to come to these events, but we need you to get organized. We need you to sign up. We need you to help register voters. We need you to go door to door. We need you to do phone calls. And we need you to tell your friends and neighbors about us. Mike DeWine has been on the ballot since I was 10 months old. And while that's funny, I am 36 for full disclosure. And while that's funny, I don't say it to be funny. If you were around in 1976, think about where Ohio was. Ohio in 1976, the average worker made more than the average American. Our communities were growing and thriving. We exported cars, not college graduates. We deserve better than Mike DeWine's Ohio. So 107 days, Shaker Heights, 107 days. We have to show the rest of the country that we will not go back, that women have rights in Ohio, that we believe in a state that will grow because of women. And we're going to need your help to do it. Please go to nanwhaley.com. Please tell your friends about Cheryl and I, and let's change Ohio this November.
So this is very personal. We are all Americans and we all got the right to vote by birth or naturalization. That is the most important thing Nan and I need from you. Register people to vote, and remember on November 8th or as soon as early voting starts to vote, because our families, women in our families, the young girls that are hidden in the crowd because they're not tall enough, their rights depend on your getting to the polls and convincing at least 10 of your friends who say, oh, those politicians, they never do anything. Let's make them understand that today there are 2 women and a slate of candidates for county and statewide office who want to make a difference, and this is their chance to get elected officials in who will do what we need done. 10 of your friends need to vote with you for Whaley and Stevens and down the ballot. Thank you.
Thank you, and if you don't have 10 friends, make them. Turn to your neighbor and say hi and make a friend. Okay, that is leadership change in Ohio. Right here in Cuyahoga County, we have someone who with us today, Roynane, who is our nominee, who will be the next county executive, who has already laid out a plan for helping women and for all the residents of Cuyahoga County. So let's give a huge welcome for Chris Roynane.
Thanks again. Let's give it back up for Cindy Dempsey. Thanks for organizing today. I saw Deborah Gray, Ward 4 Councilwoman, walk in. Let's give it up for Deborah Gray. We are in her ward today. She stood up bold in Cleveland City Council, started a commission on black women and girls with her colleague Stephanie House. Thank you for moving the needle. Thank you. It's good to be in your home today. Council President Blaine Griffin, good to be in your city. We can do this. We can do this. If we've got the tenacity come Election Day, both August 2nd and November 8th, to bring in our Democrats at the State House, throughout our reps and Senate, our next Attorney General, our county exec, and our city reps, we can do this. We can turn from Ohio, we can turn this red state around to blue. We're going to start it right here in Cuyahoga County. The sign today says it all. We won't go back. They say we've gone back 50 years in this country. We have. But we've gone back even further than 50 years in this country. We've gone back hundreds of years in this country. Because what we are facing right now in this nation, when it comes to reproductive freedom, is slavery. We are facing slavery in this country. When we have a Supreme Court at the majority treating women's bodies like property, we are facing slavery in this country. We won't go back. We can do something about it. I have to tell you, as I look out here, I'm given hope that you showed up. And I know you're going to tell friends and family around how important this is. But I'm going to tell you right here, to carry that analogy forward, you are the modern day abolitionists.
All right.
Think about it. Think about it. This country, through the Supreme Court that doesn't get it, is imposing slavery on our sisters. And you are the abolitionists to fight for freedom.
All right.
That's what it is. We right now in this country have freedom seekers. This is for a 10-year-old young girl in the state of Ohio who had to seek freedom in Indiana by crossing state lines to get a safe abortion. Unacceptable. We won't go back.
Right.
We will fight for her.
Yes.
This was a city that was once known as Hope, to carry that analogy further forward. It was a place where freedom seekers found solace, where they found freedom because of abolitionists, black and white, in this town. Again, we won't go back. We will lead from Cuyahoga County, from the city of Cleveland, and hopefully getting our statewide office seekers elected from the state of Ohio. We won't go back. When the Supreme Court laid on us a draconian majority view that they didn't care about choice, about women, about public health, and about privacy, they waged something against us, didn't they?
Yeah.
They waged something against us. We won't go back. We will fight. As your next county exec candidate, I hope, will any of you vote for me out there? Thank you. I'm humbled. Right after the draconian Dobbs versus Jackson women's health decision, I laid out a plan. We sent it out. It was picked up. It stated the following: we will, at Cuyahoga County, guarantee that insurance benefits are afforded the right to an abortion and paid for through that insurance benefit at Cuyahoga County. We will assure that travel is afforded and affordable by every person seeking an abortion from Cuyahoga County, both as county employees and as county residents at large. We may need your help to get there. This is how much SCOTUS has set us back. We're having to spend time here today, money in the future, but we're going to need you, abolitionists, to help our freedom seekers remain healthy. This goes back out to our 10-year-old who had to cross state lines for a healthy abortion. We won't go back. We need you. And finally, a part of that plan, I said right out of the gates, we will not aid and abet any inquiry, any investigation, any prosecution of any citizen of this county who is simply trying to seek public health. I was glad to see the prosecutor follow suit, and I was glad to see Mayor Justin Bibb follow suit.
Yeah.
Thank you, Justin Bibb and Blaine Griffin, and all members of council for what you're doing. Cuyahoga County, we won't go back. The very paper that over 150 years ago said it was more important to keep the Union together than to assure the freedoms of those seeking freedom to this destination hope. That very paper, that very digital news, this week questioned the right of the mayor to publicly expend dollars for travel reimbursement for those who need an abortion. We won't go back, and we need to tell them our point of view.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
We won't go back. We won't go back. For our doctors who are here today to protect their rights, to protect their work, to protect their helping others. To our doctors, to our nurses, to our medical professionals, we won't go back.
We won't go back. We won't go back.
We won't go back. We won't go back.
We won't go back. We won't go back.
To assure the health of all citizens in Cuyahoga County and beyond, we will step up. We will stand our ground. We will hold the line. We won't go back. We won't go back. We won't go back. We won't go back. Folks, this one was put on us. We've got to stand up right here from Cuyahoga County. We've got to lead by examples that lead others to the right conclusions. We've got to vote up and down the ticket that you're seeing before you today.
Yes.
We've got to get out and work, and we got to catch up. 50 years, a few hundred years, to restore the freedoms to reproductive justice in this nation. Let's do it from right here in Cuyahoga County. I'm with you. We're together. We're the abolitionists of these times. We won't go